This is Greg Kelly. Donate now to Toys for Tots, which works year-round. Go to toysfortots.org. Toys for Tots supports children in need throughout the year with programs like the Toys for Tots Literacy Program. Established in 2008, it has provided over 63 million books to disadvantaged children. The Toys for Tots Literacy Program is committed to providing disadvantaged children with direct access to books and educational resources that enhance their ability to read and communicate effectively. Go to toysfortots.org.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
The United States is also annihilating the Iranian regime's navy, and we have destroyed more than 50 Iranian naval vessels, including a major drone carrier ship. None of the regime's vessels are operating in major regional waterways, and the Iranian Navy has been assessed as combat ineffective. The trend is clear. U.S. combat capabilities are increasing and growing more lethal and dominant by the day, while the Iranian terrorist regime's ability to respond has rapidly declined. Now, the U.S. military is moving to dismantle Iran's missile production infrastructure. Our incredible B-2 bombers recently dropped dozens of 2,000-pound penetrator bombs on deeply buried missile sites.
Iran's drone and missile capability is being utterly demolished. The Navy is gone. It's all lying at the bottom of the ocean. 46 ships. Can you believe it? In fact, I got a little upset with our people. I said, what quality of ship? Excellent, sir. Top of the line. I said, why did we just capture the ship? We could have used it. Why did we sink them? They said, it's more fun to sink them. I said, they like sinking them better. They say it's safer to sink them. I guess it's probably true. But think of it, we knocked out 46, and actually took 3.5 days. Their terrorist leaders are gone. We're counting down the minutes until they will be gone. Think of it, we had leaders, and they're gone. Then we had new leaders, and they're gone. And now nobody has any idea who the people are that are going to be the head of the country.
Welcome, my friends, to the Tuesday edition of Bo Snerdley's Rush Hour, fastest hour in American media. So much to discuss. That was, of course, Caroline Leavitt, White House presser today. There are some other things that she said that perhaps we'll find the time to get into. There are other things going on in the news, however, that I want to focus on. In New York, you have Mamdani, of course. Dinner with the, he had dinner. Guess who's coming to dinner? Dinner inside Gracie Mansion with Mahmoud Khalil, who should have already, I don't know why we have to continue these long, drawn-out battles to simply deport somebody that should not be here, but we do. He's still here, and so Mamdani had him over for dinner. CNN had to delete a post that they put with the terrorist attack in New York over the weekend. Let me find that story real quick. CNN deletes post portraying alleged terrorist in New York as simply innocent teens enjoying nice weather. So cute. CNN deleted a post today that portrayed the two individuals with suspected ties to ISIS as two teenagers trying to enjoy the nice weather in New York. CNN originally wrote on X that 18-year-old Emir Balat and 19-year-old Ibrahim Kayumi's lives changed drastically on Saturday when they threw improvised explosive devices, IEDs, at demonstrators outside Gracie Mansion, the home of Democrat Mayor Zohran Mamdani. Two Pennsylvania teenagers crossed into New York City Saturday morning for what could have been a normal day, enjoying the city during abnormally warm weather. But in less than an hour, their lives would dramatically change as the pair would be arrested for throwing homemade bombs during an anti-Muslim protest outside Mayor Zohran Mamdani's home. They had to delete it. They said it was, what did they say? A post regarding the two individuals arrested for throwing homemade bombs outside of New York City's Ramon Dummy's home failed to reflect the gravity of the incident, thereby breaching the editorial standards we require for all our reporting. It has therefore been deleted. So I guess the two little boys from Pennsylvania that could have just been enjoying the weather in New York found themselves in trouble when they just decided to somehow or another launch some incendiary bombs, just little bombs, and the bombs didn't even explode. They were just little bombs, but they were really there, you see, to enjoy the abnormally warm weather in New York. I don't know why they were even arrested. They were just teenagers, just out to enjoy the summer breeze in the springtime. Well, in the wintertime in New York. I went, Paramount, please buy this place and do something with it. Please. And including the Abby show. Just put Scott Jennings in the Abby show. All right, we had some other things here. The SAVE Act. My friends, I'm here to tell you, as it stands right now, I even hate to say it, but as it stands right now, the SAVE Act is not going to make it. Because John Thune and Republicans don't have the nerve, the audacity to try to make it happen. They don't. They don't. There's no political willpower, despite the fact that 80% of Americans, roughly speaking, want the SAVE Act to happen. John Thune bluntly rejected President Trump's call to pass the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act by forcing Democrats to go into a talking filibuster to oppose it. He poured water on the proposal. He said the votes aren't there, one, to nuke the filibuster, and the votes aren't there for a talking filibuster. It's just reality. I'm the person who has to deliver sometimes the not-so-good news that the math doesn't add up, but those are the facts, and there's no getting around it. So, President wants it, the American people want it, the House of Representatives want it, but John Thune and the Republicans don't seem to care enough about it that they will even try, that they will even put it up for a vote, that they will even put up the idea of the talking filibuster, make Democrats defend themselves, put up killing the filibuster for a vote, put everybody on record. He may be right. Maybe the math isn't there, but you can at least try. You can make people and put them on record, make them defend their actions. Instead, this is the usual tail between the legs. Oh, screw what you Americans want. Screw what the American people want. Democrats don't want it. So let me, the Republican, just tuck my little tail in between my legs and just go away and just say, we don't have the votes. That's where things stand right now. John Thune doesn't have the votes. GOP, this from the Hill as well. GOP leaders Trump see tensions flare over Senate filibuster. And he went further in this one. He's warning that doing this could cause chaos on the Senate floor. Oh, wow. Imagine that. There's going to be chaos on the Senate floor. We can't possibly have that, can we? Having studied it, researched it pretty thoroughly, you have to show me how in the end it prevails and succeeds. Because I think what has been promised out there is that it would actually get an outcome, and I find it very hard to see based on actual past experience, he said. So therefore, we're not going to try anything, because I don't think it'll succeed. So we can't try. We can't try to prevail. Because I look at it, I researched it. Hasn't worked, so no, never mind. We're not going to try. There were a couple of different occasions when Democrats contemplated doing this, both under Majority Leader Harry Reid and Majority Leader Schumer, and they opted against it. So therefore, I'm going to opt against it because I don't want to try. Thune warned that requiring Democrats to hold the floor continuously to block the House passed voting reform measure would force Republicans to vote on repeated amendments, giving Democrats a chance to force vulnerable Republicans such as Sue Collins in Maine to take tough votes ahead of the November election. So Sue Collins, who doesn't want to vote with the president on many things that the president is important because she and Lisa Murkowski and sometimes Rand Paul decide they want to go up against the president. Oh, we have to protect them. We have to protect Sue Collins from taking tough votes. So therefore, screw you Americans that want the SAVE Act. Folks, this is just almost incomprehensible.
If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy.
Download and subscribe
at BeBullish.com.